Tree with me. Lately, I have been obsessed with watching videos of people shopping at Dollar Tree and doing hacks at Dollar Tree to make their home look more expensive on a budget. So yeah, I'm gonna show you just the things I find cute. So come along while I share an encouraging message with you. What has really been on my mind lately is the scripture that says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your path straight. And I began to ponder, what does that mean? What does it mean to trust in the Lord with all your heart? I think if we all look at our situation at hand, we can all easily come up with a outcome, with a story that we're going to tell ourselves, with a direction we think we're headed in. We can all form an opinion of what's going to happen, whether it be to us or somebody else. But in the scripture, it's telling us that we are to not rely on our own opinions. We are to not rely on what we think the outcome will be. In another part of the Bible, it talks about how God's ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. I love that because that means that what we see, it's not the totality of the situation. The resources that we have are not the only thing available to us at any given time. You know, I tend to get lost in worrying about money. I am kind of obsessed with that idea, I guess. I mean, it's constantly on my mind. If I don't have enough resource money-wise, I think, you know, I'm broke, I'm poor, I can't afford the things other people can afford, and I start comparing myself that, you know, they have more money so their life is easier, when in reality I have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. I'm judging from something that I believe is the truth. I don't know these things, and I certainly don't understand everything at hand. So with that, how I apply the scripture is to trust in God. You know, faith is believing what I can't see. Faith is believing in the unknown, the uncertain, the resources that are available to me because God says they are, versus the resources that I see. Without faith, we wouldn't have to believe in God. We would know everything. We would know the outcome of every situation. We would know what moves to make. The end of the verse says that acknowledge him in all our ways and he will make our path straight. And that is to include God in every area of your life. You know, I forget so often, I'll be completely honest with you. But sometimes when I do remember, I will include God in the littlest things, but I know God cares for us even in the little things. You know, so many times I'll think, I work in a grocery store, so I'll think, you know, a certain drink that I like, if it's, you know, not on the facing where I can see it, and then I just did a little bit to the back and there's one left, I will proclaim, God really loves me. And it's so funny because he doesn't love me because he supplied that one thing. He would love me regardless if it was there or not. But I know he cares about the little things. The things that I ask in prayer, I really do see him come through for me a lot, more than not come through. And I know through experience in my life that the things that I've asked for that he hasn't come through for me ended up being unhealthy choices. And I can't tell you that and make you believe that and make you feel, you know, confident that what you're praying for right now may not be the healthiest choice. And if he doesn't come through, if a loved one passes away, or if you get an illness, that it was healthy for you to do all that, or it was healthy for that person to leave. I'm not trying to say that, and I don't know that. I just know in my life, I have seen that come to pass. You know, I have also had ovarian cancer before, and I went through a 6-year thing with, you know, dealing with that. And I don't think that was necessarily the healthiest for me, but I have seen God go through it with me. I have seen my reliance on God grow. I have seen my anger and my frustration and my resentment that I went through that grow me further away from God. In my mind and my heart and my actions, you know, have struggled with my human understanding. I have trusted in my own ways. I have not acknowledged God in a lot of my ways. But what I'm trying to say is that there is benefit in trusting in Him. There is benefit in acknowledging Him in all your ways, even the little ones. That He loves you and He is here for you and He understands you more than you'll ever know, because so many times I think I am the only person going through what I'm going through. I get into these mindsets and they lock me in a cage because they make me feel so isolated in what I'm going through, but in reality we all go through it. I just hope what you get out of this message is that God is a God that loves you and understands you. And He wants the best for you. He wants to be with you in every decision you make. He wants to guide you in the path that will grow you the most and better you the most and just allow you to fall in love with Him the most. He wants you to know that you are not boxed in, that there are resources and things available to you that will work for your advantage in whatever you find yourself facing today. There's this other story I love, and it talks about how this man and woman were promised a baby, and it took a long time for God to come through for them, and in their impatience, the man has relations with another woman, and they bear a child together. And the wife who was originally promised the child, when she eventually has her child, she becomes jealous of the woman that her husband had relations, and they kick them out of their camp. And they're walking along, they're in exile now, they don't have any place to go, no home, nowhere to go. And they sit beneath a tree and they're crying because they just feel that they're at the end. They've reached the end of their life, that they're just gonna sit here and die. And an angel of the Lord opens the woman's eyes and she sees a pond in front of them. And to her naked eye, there was nothing. There was a desolation, there was desert. But when the angel opened her eyes, she saw that there was more resources at hand than what she had originally seen. And I love that story because that is such a true reflection that God is always willing to provide. He is always willing to provide. Even in that moment when she was completely given up, she had nothing left. I know a lot of times I've heard messages that if you have enough faith, you'll be healed. And yes, I believe God heals, but I know there are times in my life where I have not had enough faith and God has still come through. There are times when I don't even ask for certain things and God still comes through because God knows what you need all the time, whether you ask or not. I am coming here to you as a real person who has real human faults and real human thoughts and real human self-preservation. I'm coming to you as a human that still thinks that all my resources are what I see in front of me. I'm not coming to you as a person who's trying to tell you that, you know, once you follow Christ, everything's gonna be peachy. I'm not, because I know a lot of times that is how it is portrayed, and I don't see it that way, to be completely honest. And I know there are people that are watching this that don't believe, and that's okay. This message is for everyone. Bless my husband. I don't know if you just heard him sneeze. Somehow, some way, I hope this delivers hope to you in whatever you're going through. So I hope you found this message encouraging So till the next one.